don't know why. I decided to start speak as I ate a banana. So I'm going to stop eating this banana and carry on speaking. It is Monday today. I have no idea what week or day or whatever we're in now. The world is a crazy place, and yeah, I have actually been feeling pretty anxious, more anxious than I have any other time during this. And I think it's due to a lot of things. It's just the world is difficult and scary and sad sometimes, and I know that these videos are where a lot of you come to escape and just have something a bit more calm and something that's a bit more relatable to you, and don't want to go too heavy in these videos because I know this time at the moment is so difficult for so many of us, and I don't want this to be somewhere else where you feel, I never want these videos to feel like somewhere you could possibly be triggered. Although I know I do talk about OCD and emetophobia and stuff, and so that might, but I don't want you to come away from these videos ever feeling like that made you feel worse. So, but I do want to, I want to just talk quickly about everything that's been happening in America, and not just in America, happening all over the world. And I think we're in, hopefully, some really changing times right now where things are going to change for the Black Lives Matter movement. Black Lives Matter movement has been around for a very long time. It's not just happened in the past few weeks. I am not a good person to obviously be talking about this, but there are loads and loads and loads of black people online talking about mental health and their experiences of being a black person in the UK, in America, all across the world. I'm going to leave down below loads of other accounts that are much better at being able to talk about race issues than me. I've never experienced racism in my life, never will. So yeah, I'm going to leave all them down below. And also, I found a really good website where you type in anything you want to buy, and it will take you to a black-owned business that sells whatever it is you want to buy, which I thought was really cool. So I'm going to leave that down below too. I understand that a lot of us can't maybe go to protests, or, you know, a lot of us here have anxiety disorders, and so I know that this whole thing is difficult, but I kind of feel like if you're not feeling a bit anxious about this, then you're not really focusing on it enough, and you're not really going into it enough. And I obviously don't want to, like I said, I don't want any of this to be triggering, but I also want to make it clear that we all need to do so much work, because racism is absolutely everywhere. It's kind of confusing that it's only coming up now. Like, it's been years of racism, and a lot of us will have seen it and at school and all those kind of things, and thought it was wrong but maybe not called it out. And I don't know, racism isn't a new thing. Like, anyway, I'm not gonna go crazy into it because, like I said, I'm not the best person to be talking about this whatsoever, but I very much feel like it needs to be voiced here. And just, I'm going to leave some resources and some petitions, if YouTube will let me, in the description box, and loads of people that you can follow online from loads of different places in the world. Racism will be around where you live, and racism will be in you. It's in me, it'll be in every white person. Racism is absolutely in you, and so it's everybody's job to look at that and to analyse it and to call out racism when you see it. And I know for people with anxiety that's so difficult, but it's really, like, we need everybody to change in order for change to happen. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say, because obviously I'm not the best person to talk about this. So I've been feeling a bit more anxious recently than I have been previously for a whole number of different reasons, and I know that a lot of you also feel a bit worried about the fact that a lot of us here have agoraphobia, or had agoraphobia, and it's obviously being in lockdown and being told you can't go out and work on your recovery, and it's just the outside world now feels dangerous again to a lot of us. And agoraphobia and lockdown are such weird, they're very different things, but obviously a lot of us will be feeling unsafe again to go outside, and I've definitely felt that. I had my first anxiety thing outside recently, and it was horrible, and it wasn't quite a panic attack, but it was close to, and it was horrible. It's just so awful and horrible, and I was walking along the high street and it just happened, and so now it feels like that's an unsafe place, even though I know it's not. And by the way, it looks so messy in here, but it's just because my clothes are drying, but I think they're dry now. Anyway, yeah, that happens a lot when we have an anxiety thing in a certain place, and that place starts to feel a bit more dangerous. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go back to the scene of the crime, and I'm going to go back to the shop that I walked past when I was having my anxious moment, and I'm going to go there, and I know that everything's going to be fine, and if it's not fine, then I'll just keep working on it. And that is the best way for us anxious people to keep working on things. I believe 100% in tiny little baby steps. And if you're not feeling like it's a safe thing to do, maybe you can go with somebody else, or maybe you can just give yourself some time to rest and know that and trust that at some point you'll be able to do it. But today I do feel able to do it. It's not far from me. It's like 5 minutes from my house that this happened. So, but I think it's important for me to go back there. So that's today's plan. I feel a little bit tired today because I couldn't sleep last night for ages, just thinking about everything in the world. And then my buzzer went off early, and so it's just been a whole thing. Look at me chilling with my banana. Anywho, so that's the plan. In the next like half hour, I'm gonna go to the fruit and vegetable shop, and it's not an anxious place to be, and I'm gonna be fine. And I just thought this would be a good day to vlog, because I know a lot of you have been saying the same, that it's like, oh my god, going outside again feels dangerous again, and totally understand that. I'm in similar circumstances, but we're gonna do it together. So let's do it. Hello, I am now back. I got loads of things to eat. I've just made myself some lunch. I've made a nice vegetable wrap. I'm actually really excited to eat this, and it's really healthy, so I'm gonna have pizza for dinner. It's all about balance, really is. Oh, my hand's shaking. I am shaking. It's because I've only eaten a little bit today, so I need to eat this. My washing machine is going, as you can hear, so I'm gonna get my washing out afterwards. And I'm gonna give my living room a quick tidy so that I can actually relax in here, because I just can't relax when there's loads of stuff everywhere, because I'm a messy human being, as you all know. So I'm gonna have my lunch now, that's really loud, and watch some YouTube, and then clean. That wrap was so good, by the way. I really like that, and I don't feel ill at all, and usually IBS and anxiety are kind of related, so I was a bit worried about eating too much fibre, but that was really good. I'm currently sending a gift to one of you, actually. You live far away from me, and I talk to you quite a lot, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because you live quite far away, it might not have arrived by this point that this video goes up, so I'm currently messaging your boyfriend, and we're trying to figure out if I've got the dress right, and hopefully you enjoy it. Just a little thing, but so yeah, I'm going to get to cleaning a little bit now. I'm actually leaving my house in about half an hour to go and meet my friend who I've not seen in so long. I'm really excited, but Obviously we're going to be social distancing and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just meeting one person, but we can do that now. We can meet with people, I think it's 6 people or less, or 8 people or less, in socially distancing outdoor spaces, so that's good, that'll be nice. So I'm going to do as much cleaning as I can in this half hour, so I can come home to a relatively tidy space. So let's do that. I also just ate a pickle, and I spilt the juice on me, and so I'm scared that she's going to think I smell like pickle. Let's clean.
But I was on the edge, I was on the edge, and I had found my edge, I was on the floor.
I am going now. I still have that same thing of feeling just a little bit anxious right now, even though I'm going probably about 5 minutes from my house. So yeah, it's not difficult, and with a friend who's very understanding and all the rest of it, but can't help just feeling like a little bit anxious about it. But it will be okay. I know it'll be fine. There's just some anxiety, and that's fine too. So got my mask, got my keys, got my phone, and got anxiety. All the things I'd never leave the house without. So yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Let's go. So I'm home now. I'm just putting my pizza in the oven real quick. It was really nice to go and see my friends. I actually have another call in about half an hour with my other friends. We do it every Monday because we're all, since the start of lockdown, I've been living alone, so I would like to just chat. It's really nice. So I'm going to put my pizza on just now. I of course have a Diet Coke because I always have Diet Coke. I probably have Diet Coke every single day, and I don't care. That's just what I do. So I'm just gonna wait for my pizza to be ready, and then I'm gonna go on this call, and then tonight I'm gonna have a nice bath. Might paint my nails, don't know yet. But I have some bath bombs, which is really exciting, and I'm currently reading Queenie, which is really, really good. I think I'm like 100 pages into it or something, but it's one of those books that as soon as I started reading I was in love with Queenie, and I absolutely just love her. So it's really just, you just read it so quickly. And I'm also reading Girl, Woman, Other, which I've been reading for a bit longer, and it's a bit more difficult to get into because it's about 12 different women, 12 different black women in the UK. And I've been reading it for maybe like a month, but because I also read that when I'm in bed, obviously I'm quite tired when I'm reading it, but obviously when there's like 12 different stories within a story, but it's really cool because in Girl, Woman, Other, they all all 12 women relate to each other in some way. Like even if one woman is just like a cleaner that somebody had at some point, or an old friend from school or something like that, they all relate to each other in some way, which is cool. But obviously just some of them were more interesting to me than others. So some of the women I get through really quickly because I'm like, oh my god, really like interesting. And they're all really, really interesting. I really like all of them, but some of them are just a bit more confusing or a bit just slower to get through. So really recommend both of those books, especially Queenie. I just absolutely love her. She's just the best. And Girl, Woman, Other is also very, very good. And both of them are about black women's experiences of living in the UK. So both very, very important books to read, especially if you're a white person living in the UK. Especially if you're a white person living in the UK and you don't think there's racism in the UK. There's absolutely so much racism in the UK, and something that we all need to work on together, and to educate each other and to educate ourselves. And they're both just really great books, so I really recommend both of them. Anyway, just gonna have my pizza, chat to my friends. Also, Ben, if you are watching this video, thank you so much for sending me that oat milk. Basically, a few videos back I was talking about us all putting our Amazon wish lists in the comments, and I sent a couple of you some stuff, and Ben, the hero that is Ben, has sent a few people some stuff, and he sent me loads of oat milk, which was on my wish list because oat milk is quite expensive, but it's my favourite kind of milk. And I got this delivery of oat milk and I was so happy, and there was a lovely message with it. And so Ben, if you're watching, thank you so much. Honestly, really lovely thing to do. And I know that you sent some stuff to another girl too, so you are amazing and you're doing loads of lovely things, and I really appreciate it. Again, in this video too, if you have an Amazon wish list and you want to be a part of our kind of like kindness exchange, where you basically leave your Amazon wishlist down below and we all try our best. I know some of our financial situations are all different, and it's totally okay if you can't contribute or you don't, yeah, whatever. Just leave your wishlist down below. There's no pressure, no obligation, absolutely nothing like that. It's just a nice thing that we could do for each other, to be a part of a community, and we all suffer here with, most of us suffer with mental health problems, so it'd just be nice to get a little treat, especially from an anonymous person. You can also write messages, and I'm really glad that Ben, you wrote your message, because it was just really lovely, and I've saved the message, and I'm going to get through, it's going to take me ages to get through all the oat milk, so yeah. Thanks Ben, I love you, and leave your Amazon wish lists down below everybody, because I would like to go through and try and buy as many people a little thing as possible, just to get some goodness in the world.
A sharp knife and a non-stick pan.
I'm in bed. It is now time for the day to end. I am really find it difficult to sleep at the moment. It's like 1 in the morning and just don't feel like I'm going to sleep really anytime soon. But yeah, I don't know how much I've vlogged today, probably not that much, because it's just like, I'm actually feeling okay now. I feel, you know, having a bit of a panicky time makes things difficult, but I think just like, there's a lot of really difficult, overwhelming things going on in the world right now, and in people's individual lives, and yeah, just there's so much going on, and I just think, yeah, we're not going to be totally okay all the time. And actually I think a lot of the difficulty that a lot of us are experiencing is important difficulty and discomfort that we need to go through in order to better understand and be more compassionate, better, yeah, better people. And yeah, I'm very tired right now, I don't know if I'm making sense, but